culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
Hey. How's it going, everyone? This is Mr. G. Welcome to another fun-filled edition of the Midlife Pop Culture Show. Today's episode, trip to the flea market. See if you can guess the price. Last week, I went to the Londonderry Flea Market. There's about 3 weeks left of the flea market, and as you get close to the end, sometimes you can get better deals. For instance, this weekend is the last weekend of the flea market in Londonderry. So if you haven't gone to the Londonderry in a while, this weekend's a good weekend to go because you can try to haggle a little bit more. And that's kind of what we're going to do here. You're going to say, what did Mr. G pay for things at the flea market? Number 603-785-0259. Come on, all my recent listeners, old ones, new ones. Give me a call, 603-785-0259. So we're going to start taking a look at some pictures here. We'll take a look at number one. Now, here's a Londonderry flea market. Beautiful place, nice tents. Look at that, just beautiful, a lot of stuff. That's just one aisle of it. That's just a shot going down it. Kind of set up the whole feel for you here. And next we have number two. And just a lot of stuff. Busy, nice gravel, busy, nice and cool, beautiful day. This was last Saturday. And now we have number three. You see some weird stuff here. Here we had a dog, some sort of Indian, it looks, you would hope that that vase on the side maybe was like an ancient artifact of some sort, maybe worth millions of dollars. They wanted $5 a piece for these. I went there and I said, hey, I'm going to give you an offer on that. I thought they were a good way to get the thing started. My producer, Brendan, my good man, what do you think? Did I get this for $5 for three when they were asking $5 a piece? Brendan, what are you thinking? Got us started here. They wanted $5 a piece, and I asked for $5 for all of them. What do you think happened?
They gave you all three for $5.
Oh, I wish. I was not that kind of day. It kind of set the mood, Brendan. No, I did not get any. They did not budge. Boy, I really wished I would get three of them for $5. But that's what you do in the flea market. But I don't know if it cursed that Indian or that vase or whatever you think. Maybe it cursed my day because the next thing I saw was number four. Okay, here we have some cast iron. Very good stuff there. They wanted $5 a piece. Can't go wrong with some cast iron there. So come on, call up 603-785-0259. They wanted $5 for that. How much do you think Mr. G offered? And then again, how much do you think he paid? And did he actually get them? We have our first phone caller coming in.
Yes, this is Agnes from the community.
Hi,
Mr.
Agnes.
G, thank you for letting me go to the Midlife Pop Culture Show.
My pleasure.
I would like to play How Much Did Mr. G Pay for This at the Flea Market, if you don't mind.
I love it. Love it, Agnes. Thank you. Continue.
Thank you, Mr. G. It's always a pleasure. I think, Mr. G, looking at that cast iron.
Yep.
I think it says on there that it's $5 the asking price.
Correct.
And if I know you, Mr. G, I say you cut that in half and you went for $2.50. That's my guess. And I'm also saying that indeed she did not take the $2.50 and she held strong for the $5. Mr. G, on behalf of myself,
Yes.
Gilbert, and everyone here at the community,
Yeah.
it's always a pleasure to be on the Midlife Pop Culture Show.
Well, thank you, Agnes. Agnes is one of our longtime listeners, frequent callers. Can we go back to the cast iron, please? All right. Agnes said, and she hit the nail right on the head like she was reading my mind. I asked for $2.50 a piece. I wanted both of them for $5. Mr. G was denied. Oh, denied. 0 for 2. She held strong, and I was shocked. She held strong on that. Boy. So that's how my day started. 0 for 2 at the Flea. Not feeling. Actually, I was feeling good. But there was something in the air. Something in the air tonight. Maybe that Phil Collins once said. So let's take a look at the stare down that the woman who was selling the cast iron. She had a cigarette in the hand. I just asked her for $2.50, and that's the look that I got. Brendan, is that looks could kill you? Be laying on the floor right there, or what? Jeez, holy moly! So she gave me the look of death. I moved on. I said, fine. Let's go to number 6. So my next thing. Okay, beer steins. What would your collection or your home be without 20 beer steins? And the beer steins were the magic number $5 is what they put on those beautiful neon cards. Nothing says the flea market like neon cards in beer steins and cast iron. We have a caller coming in.
Hello.
Hi, Tom.
This is Tom Tomilson.
Hello, sir.
I would like to play How Much Did Mr. G Spend for the Item at the Flea Market?
Thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate your
Mr.
call.
G. It is always a prestigious honor
Well, thank you.
for you to talk to me and for myself to talk to you.
Fair enough.
I see here that we have quite a dilemma. I see we have some beer steins for sale. And myself, being a connoisseur of libations, and also knowing a little bit something about beer and wine,
Yes.
I would just like to say that I think the $5 that they're asking for those steins is preposterous. Mr. G,
Yes.
I certainly hope that you would be like myself, speaking of the economy and on a budget in today's crazy world. I am hoping and I am saying that you spent $2.50 for the beer stein. This is Tom Tomilson signing off.
Tom Tomilson. So Tom, thank you for the phone call. And strike 3, Mr. G. Strike 3. Woo! Strike 3. This gentleman shut me down. I asked for $2.50. He held tough with $5. I guess my money isn't green enough, but $2.50 was not in my future that day. Okay, so I'm 0 for 3. I shook it off. I said, okay, it's a beautiful day. Positive thoughts. Things are looking good. I got nothing. I'm being positive. I have nothing to lug around with me. And then I saw number 7, this right here. Okay, now, being a grandfather, and I'm always on the hunt for something for the grandkids to play with. And here we had a 3D puzzle. It looked like there was some sort of balloon that inflated into it, and then you put the puzzle on. I thought I was intrigued with it. It was still in its original shrink wrap. So, boy, I was like, okay, this could be good. I asked the gentleman how much it was. He said it was $5. Okay, $5 seems to be the magic number. And then I noticed next to him, he had a truck, like those Hess trucks, Hess gasoline trucks. And I asked him, could I get the 3D puzzle and the Hess truck for $5? Denied once again. I couldn't believe it. He said no. But the sign on the thing near the trucks said best offer. So I made him a best offer. Nothing with the 3D puzzle for $5. I was denied. A little upset about that. And here's a little quick video of me getting myself together and going back in.
Go back and try to buy that globe. We're going to go back and try to buy that globe with the truck on top of it for $5. How much are these trucks, sir? How much are these trucks right here, Mr. Clancy?
They $4.
Yeah.
$2.
If I take $5 for
$7.
that, will you throw in the truck?
That truck is $8.
$8.
That's it. Everything must go. Make an offer.
I know, but that's my lowest.
Okay.
I was selling those all year here at $12. I was selling those were making 10. Those were making 7. And well, I can take $1.50 each for those.
I still got my eye on that
$4.
on that puzzle over there.
I've been getting $8 and $10 for them.
Okay.
Check it on your phone, and you see where it costs to buy it.
Oh, I know. Just trying to get a deal.
Yeah, can't blame anyone for that.
We won't go $5 and that for that and that.
Pardon?
$5 for that and
Oh no, I have to get 8 for that on its own.
okay.
Yeah.
Denied. $8 for that truck? Ridiculous. So, 0 for 4. 0 for 4. We'll continue this in just a few seconds. We'll be right back to the Midlife Pop Culture Show. Goes to the flea market. We'll be right back.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
All right. Welcome back to Mr. G Midlife Pop Culture Show. We're at the Londonderry Flea Market today, and let's do a quick recap. Mr. G tried to get 4 things so far, reasonably priced. I just cut them in half. Everything was $5. I asked for $2.50, and no, denied. There's some beautiful pictures. Thank you, Brendan. Denied. And I was in the longest river in the world. As you know, that's denial. I was in denial. So I saw this beautiful picture here. Look at this. Wow. You know, that really, it seemed almost out of place at the flea market. It just, you know, that's sort of, I just got a thing for beautiful things, beautiful women, nice, beautiful dresses like that. Just gorgeous. And they had 3 of them like that. I didn't even know where to start. I didn't even know if I even wanted it. I just saw that it just really caught my eye. It seemed out of place at the, not scummy Londonderry Flea Market, but definitely not upscale. You didn't see anybody looking like this. Maybe you should dress up to go to the flea market. I don't know, but we had Englishy on the line. Englishy, how you doing, kid?
Oh, Mr. G.
Yes, dear.
This is Englishy. How are you doing, you silver fox devil, you? Oh, Mr. G.
Yes.
I would like to play What Did Mr. G spend at the flea market on that wonderful, beautiful picture of those 3 beautiful ladies?
Is one of those you?
When I saw that picture, it took me back to the motherland. Oh, you know what I'm saying? England. Yes. Though I'm a U.S. citizen, I love England. And that picture took me back to that special time in my life, Mr. G. Oh, let me focus. So English, you would think that you had to pay at least $10 for that. But I know that you would never pay $10, Mr. G. I wouldn't say you're cheap, but I know you would never spend $10. I would say you're more frugal than cheap. Oh, Mr. G. So I'm going to say you spent $5 for that picture, and I hope you got it. But I don't think you're going to get it for that price. Mr. G.
Yes.
This is Englishy.
Yes, dear.
Ta-ta for now, darling.
Well, Englishy, always a pleasure to hear from you. You're a big fan of the show. I appreciate that very, very much. Let's take a quick look at that picture again, if we could. And so this picture, $10 is what they wanted for it. I said, oh boy, here we go again. Just for giggles, I approached the rather, how do I put this nicely? I don't know, granola type person, granola type people, which is fine with me. They had these beautiful pictures. I said, how about $5? And I got the big, not K-N-O-W, not N-O-W, N-O for no. Nobody wanted Mr. G's money today. It made me very, very sad. So I decided to pack it up and start leaving. And on the way out, here was this side section where I saw this. A bunch of freaking junk. Okay? Kind of off to the side. Not very well displayed, as you can see. But, you know, that's the kind of thing sometimes you're going to find something good at. I figured, this is it. This is my $2, this is my $5 kingdom. I felt that the times were changing, as Bob Dylan once said. Times are changing. And the first thing I saw there was this old computer. Brendan, you're pretty much into electronics. Any chance you know what kind of computer that is or what kind of console that is?
It just looks like a monitor.
A monitor, yeah.
Or TV. VHS.
I had no use for it, so I passed. Okay, I felt, what am I going to do with that? You know, unless need something for like a destruction room or whatever they call those, where people are going to beat stuff up and smash it. So I saw this next thing here. Oh, now this is, I'm guessing, a 1950s circa turntable. They don't make them like that anymore. Look at that. Those speakers come out of the side. And in its heyday, that thing was probably playing some Roy Orbison, maybe some Barbra Streisand, maybe some big bands, maybe even some Partridge Family. If one of the, anyways, I think I'm dating myself, much like I'm dating there. I saw that and said, "What the heck am I going to do with that?" So I passed. I passed again. Then I saw this. Okay. All right now. I've gotten some great trunks there over the years. This was in fairly decent shape. It looked kind of out of the ordinary sitting there. It wasn't beat up. It looked nice. So, Brendan, this is our last one. I'm going to hand it over to you. What do you think? No price tag on it. Did I get it, and how much did it cost?
I think you got it for free.
For free?
And it was full of clothes. Underwear.
Wow. Brendan, you have quite a great imagination, young man. I know. First of all, Brendan, I'm going to stop you right there, and I got to tell you that I did open it up.
You got a saw. We can, no. I cut it in half. You have 2 bookshelves.
$5?
No, I can't do 5. I really can't.
That's what I got.
I would do 8. I don't want to go to 5. All right. How you doing today? Good.
And there was nothing in it. Okay. So with that in mind, you want to redo your guess.
$10.
$10. Interesting. Okay. Mr. G was sticking at 5. Brendan says 10.
If you really want it, you'd go up, right?
Yeah, but
you'd break your own rule for something you really want.
Yes and no. Do I really? Will it change my world in any way? Is it a life changer if I get that? No.
No.
Okay, so here's the trunk. It was empty. Brendan says $8, and I should go for it. I wanted 5, and denied. He stuck at $8, Brendan. He wouldn't move. I was totally shut out at the flea market. I got some good. I'm looking at it positively. I got some steps in today. It was a beautiful morning. Everything was fine. I went home empty-handed. And this song right here, if you you see that song that you just played there, Brendan? This is something that I got off of. I went and visited Ricky Mapleton at the studio, and much like I did the song Do you have any Zeppelin albums? A couple weeks ago, I played that.
Never do.
Here we go.
Something you should never ever do now. Here's something you should never do. Don't you know what I say is true? If you break wind, cut the cheese, or sit on a duck, don't blame it on somebody else. Be proud of the gas you just passed. Gas you just passed.
Wow.
Try not to break wind, cut the cheese, or sit on a duck near somebody. But if you do, don't blame it on someone else. If you cut the cheese, don't blame it on someone else.
Roll through the
We're
pitches.
all humans. We are.
Wow.
I can't roll through them if playing the song.
Okay, well, that was a song called, it's going to be off a new album by Ricky Mapleton, they told me, and it's going to be called Things That You Should Never Do. Things you should never do. Such as stick your finger in a light socket, jump off do something dangerous just because somebody told you to. And that, probably a Grammy Award winner, don't break wind and say you didn't do it. So with that in mind, I think we're ready to wrap up this show. I think it was really fun. Brendan, thank you. It was very fun. Again, if you want to see me live and in person, I'll be at the Flea Market this coming weekend in Londonderry. Stop by, say hello, and maybe we'll do a little flea marketing. Thanks to my wife, thanks to Brendan, thanks for everybody here at Manchester Public Television. And again, a big thank you to everyone here that does a show. It's a lot of fun, takes some of your time of planning. My personal belief in running a show is you should have things planned out as you go through your show. Improvisational is good, and I appreciate everybody's job that they're doing, but I'm just throwing it out there. Thank you very much, and this is Mr. G, and we'll see you again for another fun-filled, exciting episode of Midlife Pop Culture.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.